Okay, so this is part 3 of the Wicked Game tutorial. So, two things that you should know about the strumming pattern. First thing is in between each chord, I'm going to be strumming up and hitting all the open strings, and that'll give you time to transition between chords. So, one of the very, very key, most important things about strumming on an acoustic is you want to keep the rhythm going, and it's okay to miss chords a little bit or maybe not get the chord perfect, but as long as you keep pushing forward and you keep the rhythm, because in the way, when you're an acoustic guitar player, you're both the guitar player, but you also got to think you're also the drummer. You're keeping the rhythm up with your strumming pattern. Your strumming pattern is the drums. So finding the next note. Then the other part is, you'll notice, and keep an eye out for this when I play the song through, is I don't always strum the strings even though my hands are moving up and down. So if you'll notice this, look at this. So you don't have to necessarily do that. I do that personally. It helps me keep up with the rhythm of the song, and sometimes, like when I'm doing that, I might go. I might hit just about every time, and there might be other times where I'm going, and I'll hit it less. So what I'll do is I will play it 2 or 3 times slowly, then I'll play it 4 or 5 times up to speed, and I will you can kind of catch some of the nuances of the strumming pattern. Don't overanalyze it. Don't try to play it verbatim. Just try to get a basic idea of how the strumming pattern works, how the strumming pattern is related to the licks that I play. How do they fit into the whole thing? And if you've got any questions, just leave it in the comment section or message me, and I can answer your questions. So. So another important thing is I noticed that I played this part. Whenever you hit the E chord, you only do that one time. Sometimes I did it twice. That was my fault towards the beginning of me playing. It's just... You don't play that twice. Just one time. So when you're doing the strumming pattern, you're going to have your strum. You're going to do that one time on the F chord. Then you're going to do your strumming pattern one time on the A chord. But you're going to do the pattern twice. You're going to be doing 2 bars on the E chord. So I actually don't know if I'm playing a different strum pattern in this E chord. I just listened to the song and started playing it. It's kind of really difficult for me to transcribe some of my little nuances to a video or to paper or something like that. But the gist of the strum pattern is usually a down, up, and then a up open strings. So a down, up, down, down. Sometimes you can go so you can add an extra down at the beginning of it, but you've got to do it quickly. It's got to stay in the pace of the song. So you can't make your strum pattern longer to add that extra strum in. You've got to fit it in the same amount of time. So for an example would be going. So you notice when I'm going down, I'm doing 2 downs, but I'm skipping the second down. Go and do the second down, I'm going. It's not, I'm still taking up the same amount of time playing that strumming pattern. I'm not going. Because then what will happen is your singing is going to get thrown off. You're going to be used to singing at a certain point in the strum patterns, and if you play one section longer than the next section, you're going to it's going to make it more difficult to sing and play at the same time. So what I would do is I would analyze what I just played, and I would try not to overthink it. And after I post these tutorial videos, I have an old video that I did a while back of me playing the entire song. The way I play it might change little bits here and there, and it's not 100% accurate, but it'll give you a good idea of how it should sound on acoustic for the most part. So if you got any questions, just shoot me a message and let me know.